Hello, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Don't Let It Stu. Surprise, I've got Katie Ginella here from Orange County Housewives. Hi, Katie.
Well, not anymore, but hello.
Well, I mean, come on.
Former.
You know what?
The artist
Former.
formerly known as Katie Ginella of OC.
Let's see. You know what? The new season hasn't even started filming yet. They haven't nothing. So we'll just say you're still on it yet. Do you know what? Anything can fucking happen. I mean, look, we all thought Gretchen was coming back. Guess she's not. So there was a minute there. Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. So like I saw something online yesterday before we start. What was the TikTok that like Gina was doing yesterday? I saw this thing and I didn't get it. Did you see that TikTok? Like it was about like being in a cage. I didn't understand it. Like about like living within your means or something. I was like reading the comments and I was trying to like, why would she fucking post that though? Like,
Okay, so you saw an old TikTok because I remember that one. So that was her response to Wendy Osefo and what Wendy Osefo is going through right now. And allegedly, Wendy Osefo and her husband are going through some financial issues with, I saw a report like 60 different credit cards or something. It's very sad.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's sad.
Okay.
They have children. They're going through it. And she posted that TikTok in response to that saying, oh, you created this cage. Basically, I don't feel bad for you. And her caption is something like, fuck it. I said it. You did it.
I just think like, why'd you be so mean? You don't even know her. You're not even like, and you know what? Do you know what it is with people that do that? It's like, I swear to God, that's going to come back and bite her in the ass someday. And something else is going to happen to her. Honestly, it will. I just thought, it's like, it's kind of a low blow. And I just saw the reunion clip for Potomac next week. And Andy sits down and asks her about it and stuff like that. So I actually don't watch Potomac, but I will watch this reunion. I want to see what he asks.
You know, I met Wendy and her husband super briefly at BravoCon, and they were lovely. They were such nice people.
Yeah.
You know, I think I talked about this the other day with somebody that I think Housewives, there's like a standard. And sometimes you do feel like you have to meet this standard. And maybe they just got wrapped up in it. And I get it.
Yeah.
I totally get it. And I just done it 2 seasons, but she's done it way more seasons than I have, you know? So I feel bad for them. I do.
Did you feel like, I mean, even just watching the last 2 seasons that you were on, and did you feel like the girls like were always like just trying to turn up with these outfits, these different things like all the time because they're on camera, or like, do you think like 1 or 2 of them didn't really care? Like, I mean, I feel like all the time we were seeing Gina fucking return shit. Like, you know.
You think my cast was worried about outfits? Tamara is a fantastic dresser, and I'm not just saying that because we're friends. She actually is like really
She does put it together. She is.
She does.
I agree.
You know, but I don't think my cast is known for fashion. You know, we have one girl that literally wears black leggings, mostly leather Spanx leggings.
That is true.
Every scene. So, you know, I think there's a way to elevate how you dress in filming, and it doesn't have to be expensive, but just looking a little elevated is good.
Yeah, I always liked the way you dress. It was really just like nicely put together, like not crazy. I mean, you kind of do like maybe there might be 1 or 2 expensive things, but like with like kind of stuff that's just normal as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you have to do.
That's how I normally dress.
That's like, I like to like 1 or 2 expensive. If it's a piece of jewelry or something, and then I'll kind of go like maybe high, then medium, and maybe a bit of low as well. Like just I don't care about brands anymore. Like, you know, like Thomas, like he's my friend. He's a stylist and stuff like that. He does all commercials and all that kind of stuff, right? And he's like, I never buy full price designer anymore. Never. He's like, it's not even made as well as what it used to be. And
you know what? Honestly, it's 2026. It was 2025. And I think that's when this started, this quiet luxury thing, right? And I think people hate saying that, but I think it rings true. Like nobody wants to see a label across their chest anymore.
I was talking the last episode with Jamie, and we just went down a rabbit hole, and I was talking about eBay and stuff. Have you ever gone on to Japanese eBay? eBay Japan?
Yes.
Do you see TikToks about it? It's insane. I was up for, it was a Keepal, it was Louis Vuitton Keepal, like with the Napa, is it the Napa leather, like with the streaks, kind of like whatever. The bag was for $400, and I just wasn't even paying attention, and I would have like bid more. It went for $400. There's a few small little like nicks here and there on it, but like shit that would happen in your bag after like a month. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like nobody cares, you know. But anyway, I'm gonna plan my weekend doing that. I'm
good.
So I may have you carry the show today because I'm a bit tired. I was up at 5 o'clock this morning, just like you carried season 19 of Orange County Housewives.
Half a season. Half a
Now,
season.
here's the thing. You know, yeah, well, we'll say. But I will get to it as well because we'll talk about Beverly Hills. But I was thinking, you know, and I think me and you feel the same way about this too. Like with Amanda, she's driving everybody crazy on Beverly Hills right now, right? But here's the thing, and then we had you in the last season, right? And was just this kind of like crazy takedown and fucking lie detector tests, and it was like Katie this, Katie that, whatever, right? But if you were not there, there wouldn't have been a season.
No.
Like, this is the crazy thing. And now I will say that about, like, Amanda does kind of drive me crazy. And I feel like she's trying to be somebody that she's not. And because the cameras are there, she's trying to, like, keeping up with Joneses and all that kind of stuff. It's really fucking obvious, right? And, but the thing about it is, if she was not there, I think we'd be having a really, really kind of, I mean, it's not really that great of a season so far, but it would be fucking really bad if she wasn't there. Like, it gives them somebody to talk to. So it's like,
That's true.
where's the like fine line? You know what I mean? It's like,
No, that's true. But I do think there's enough drama
But the
within
difference-
that cast. I do think that
Sorry,
that
go ahead.
cast is much like Salt Lake, where they're
Yeah.
able to move on with each other. You know,
Yeah,
my cast, I
true.
don't think that they're able to do that a lot. Is like conflict resolution, right? And Beverly Hills has been a staple because they're able to do those things, and I really appreciate that. I think
I think
Amanda,
the difference is people like you and they don't really like Amanda. So, well, you became the fan
Oh,
favorite.
man.
So yeah.
Well,
So, yeah.
I think Kyle summed it up in the episode last night when she said, Amanda reminds me a lot of Crystal. And they flash back to
Yeah.
that scene of Crystal being like, and this is what
Yes.
the definition of is a, you know, it's tough. And in Crystal's defense, it is really hard to come into an established cast when everyone
Yeah.
has been known each other and been filming for years, right? I did that.
Yeah.
The newest person was Jen, and we both kind of came in new. But other than that, Gina and Emily had been there like 6 seasons when I started. It's
Yeah.
hard. It's a daunting task, but
And Emily was
Amanda-
quiet as a mouse in the first like season or two, but she was going
Right.
through, I think she was going through some kind of legal stuff with
Party
her husband
planning.
or something like that. Yeah. And so she couldn't really be herself or something, what she told me back in the day. I don't know, but whatever. Okay. So we're done with that. I'm sure you have some big plans up your sleeve in the next coming months. So we'll wait for those.
You shall see.
Yeah, we shall see. I'm
Stu.
excited. And I have to come down because Katie's going to
Come
show me
down
how
and
to
cook.
do hot pot or something. We're going to do hot pot. You're going to show me how to make hot pot.
Korean hot pot. Yep. We're going to do
And
it.
then you can tell me all about your life that we didn't get to hear on the show.
You can actually
at
see
the
my
hot pot.
kids. And, yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
You can hang out with Matt
That's
because
so
he
funny.
says hello and he misses talking to you.
Oh my God. I know. I need to come down. I mean, I have that new car now. I want to drive it around, especially down in Orange County. You're going to watch next season of Orange County, though, right? We have to all watch it, or are we not going to watch it? Like, I'm going to watch it. I have to see the shit show. Like,
Well,
I mean, I know.
okay, here's the
Vicky's not
thing.
going to save
Even
it.
if you don't watch it, all the clips are on Instagram. It's like you don't even have to watch the show anymore
Yeah.
because you see all the clips. But yes, I am going to watch it. I will be potentially recapping it with somebody. That's a
Okay.
secret.
We'll wait for that.
But I think that me coming off like the heels of just being fired and then
Yeah.
recapping is going to be interesting because the dynamic is going to be fascinating. I don't know if they're going to have a newbie. They were interviewing a lot of people.
Yeah.
One of them being my friend Kathleen, who would have been fantastic
Oh
as a
yeah, she would have
housewife.
been great. I
She'd
follow
have
her
been
and I really like her
incredible.
TikToks or her Instagrams
Oh,
or
she's
TikToks
incredible.
and
And
stuff.
she's quick. She has a
Yeah.
tie to Gina. Gina has done her pretty dirty. It would have been interesting
Yeah.
to see how that played out, but we'll see. Who knows?
Yeah. No, it'll be good. We'll be able to talk about we'll be able to talk about it anyway. But yeah, I'm excited. I mean, I'm not excited. I'm just kind of like, we'll see what happens. Kind of more of that, you know. All right. So Beverly Hills was last night. Who in the season do you like so far? Like who's kind of like your favorite?
You know, I love Jennifer Tilly. I think I'm one
Yeah.
of many that say that, and Rachel Zoe. But I really, really like Dorit. And I know that Dorit has done like a lot of peaks and valleys with people, but
Yeah.
I've always liked her. I've always thought,
Really?
you know,
Yeah.
people were accusing her of all sorts of things back in the day, her accent and all these things. But you know what? She
Me
owns
too.
it. She is who she is. Like she came on
Yeah.
stage at BravoCon and lit a cigarette. She owns it. I love that.
She
about
does
her.
have some moments. I will say I definitely prefer her more now than I did like previous years. I feel like, okay, I hope this is the real her and not this like fake Dorit. I think I think she elaborates a bit or like embellishes a lot though. Cause I feel like when she tries to tell Kyle about PK, Kyle's like, not really buying that. Like and the thing about it is as well, it's like, the cameras are there. And I know you want this bigger kind of scene than what's actually there. And there's something else I want to talk to you about as well that I actually thought about in bed last night.
Oh God.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to say it now because I was kind of conflicted because, when you're shooting these shows, and this happens in all franchises, right? And, and there's the show gets cut. It goes into edits and it gets cut and the storyline is drawn out and stuff like that, right? And someone always will look worse than the other person, right? And a lot of the times, like, it'll play out on camera. The audience will see it, right? And then there's this other 40% of the story that we don't see.
Correct.
And we're just to presume this is what we're meant to see. Now, here's my issue. And producers need to get better at doing this.
Okay.
They need to get, and I don't ask me for an example because I probably couldn't. Like, I probably could give one, but for me to think about it now, it's just going to take too long. But like, there has to be. Okay, like for instance, I guess like last season with you, there was a few things, right? And like, it would have been nice to see kind of your side of it on camera, because we all know you went to like podcasts, or we went to Nick Vile's file, or whatever you went, you did interviews and stuff like that, and you got to actually kind of say well, this is kind of what happened, but we didn't get to see that on camera. And that's happened with a ton of franchises, right? It happens all the time. I just feel like what's happening now, and you see a lot of it online with the fans, they're getting a bit bored of the same kind of cookie cutter Housewives, like conflict resolution. We're only getting a bit of the story, and then we're hearing the rest of the story like 8 months later on a fucking podcast that we should have known beforehand when it's on camera.
Correct.
So there just has to be a way, if they're doing a story, that even if it's not the 100% of the story, but maybe just be leaving out like 10 or 15% of it. I know you can't sometimes get all of it in, but maybe
it looks pre-produced in those moments. Right, it looks like it's fake, right?
Yes.
Like I was watching last night, and or two episodes ago from Beverly Hills. I was catching up last night, and Sutton was like, "Oh, by the way, Dorit, Amanda said that you said, like it just seemed so produced.
Yeah, I know.
I wish that it would be more of like not so cookie cutter, like you said.
Yeah,
right? Like let's see
it's
the full
fun to
thing
get.
play out.
Like, I think it's fun to get when you all go on like Vial Files or whatever, or any other podcast, and go on interviews and stuff like that, and drop small little bombs or little hints here and there, or little kind of, oh, did you know? Like, they're great. But sometimes it's a big chunk and it's like, wait, we didn't fucking see that on camera. That's a big part of the story. And now I hate this housewife because I thought she did this, but actually it's not entirely true.
I know. That's the bad part of the edit.
Yeah.
Everybody says, "Oh, I got a bad edit." Well, sort of. I mean, the editor can't make you say or not say things. What comes out of your mouth comes out of your mouth. But the edit comes in like where it's placed and what they leave out.
Exactly. The placement of it and the timeline, and it's like, and certain sentences are taken out and cut, and it's,
Well, and the biggest one, the only one that I can think of for me that really still bothers me is season 18, my first season. We were at Korean barbecue and we were practicing saying Korean words. And then they cut to my confessional where they asked me if I know any other languages, not Korean. And I said, "Oh, I only know Sauni mom, which means fuck your mom in Mandarin." And they made it seem like I thought that was Korean. And I'm like, come on, guys. I know it's not Korean. So in those moments, the edit kind of messes with you. But
true.
I did say it.
Yeah. I remember that as well when I was doing when I did Private Chefs of Beverly Hills on Food Network back in the day, like 2008, 2009. And we did 2 seasons of it. And it was my first reality show I did. And I was fucking terrified that shit would go wrong in the kitchen because the producers would produce it where they would take like chicken breasts out of the fridge and be like, well, you don't have chicken breasts now. And I'm like, yeah, but I know, but I fucking brought them and they're just not here anymore. They're like, yeah, but you just have to figure it out. I'm like, they're like, and I trusted them because they were like, listen, it's Food Network. The chefs are the stars. We can never make you look bad. We're going to put you into drama. You're going to fall into the hole, but you're going to dig your way out of it, and you're going to shine at the end. And I'm like, you gotta fucking promise me. They're like, we have to get a show. So yes, we're going to have to make you will shine at the end, you know? So I was like, okay. So like, it's, and I think Amanda's not doing a great job of it, because just for one example, they were sitting at the table and she made a point when they were talking about Kyle's old house that she bought it in 2017 or whatever. And she was like, I just want to make the point, like, it was my money. Like, it was my money.
My money. I heard that and I wanted to sink into my mattress. I was embarrassed for her.
It was so embarrassing because the thing about it is she said it because the cameras were there. She didn't say it like if there were the girls and there was no cameras there and they were just in the middle of a conversation, she wouldn't have said that. She wants the world to know that she has the money.
If I would have said that and Matt was next to me, if that would have happened, can you imagine how it would make him feel? And like, also, I don't have mine and his. Yeah. I feel like, I mean, we each make our own money. I get that. Yeah. We can each spend our own money on whatever. But when you're in a marriage, it's kind of yours.
It's
right?
It's like competition-y, kind of. It's
I feel like that was the weirdest statement I've ever heard.
It's weird. And it's just, I know, like, how old is she? In her 30s? Like 36, 37 is she?
I think she's around I think she's 39 or 40. I think we're the same age.
Okay. It's funny, but it's like, I want to kind of give her a bit of grace because it is her first season and stuff. And it's like, all these other girls are so seasoned. Really, they are. And it's like, she's there. I always feel like if you're the newbie coming in, like, just get in there. Let us get to know you. Listen, try and just like listen. Like, you don't have to like just. She's going in there so hot. Like, I'm this, I'm that. I have not cookbooks. I have the money books, and I have these courses, and I have this, and the cats keep talking about it. I'm doing conference calls in the middle of the fucking car in front of everybody. It's just like
weird.
It's so weird, you know.
Well, can I tell you when Dorit said, "Oh, I Googled her or went on her website or whatever, and she came from a cult."
What is that?
And then I was thinking about TikToks I've watched where women who have taken her courses and emailed back and forth with her said this feels very much like a cult, the way she's ingratiating us into this mindset. So I thought, well, that's what she knows. If she was in a cult and had to escape, that's what she knows. And then she has made this an MLM. It's very strange.
Is it a multi-level marketing system?
I think so. From what I know, now I haven't looked into it further, but from what I've seen, multiple women on TikTok have said, she says, you can make a money if you tell other people how to make money and manifest money. So she has you
through
kind of like
courses?
Helping sell her course.
Got it. So it's like you paid $1,000, but you could make $30,000 if you just tell other people about this fabulous course.
I mean,
and then they give you a
I
link
blow cinnamon into our front door at the first of the month because I heard that's a good thing to do to welcome abundance. Really? But I'm not going to just sit home and manifest money hoping that brings us money.
Yeah. I think to worry about money, I know in Kabbalah they would always say, like, just don't worry about money. Just do your work, be mindful. But like, if you start worrying and where's my next paycheck and where's my next dollar and it'll never come.
Right.
You'll always be in that catch up stage and stuff. So if I want something, I'm going to get it. I'm not going to make myself broke or anything like that. I'm going to be mindful of it. But I almost feel like when you do kind of spend a bit of money, it makes you want to just like work harder and like make more. And I want more things. And like, I want this and I want that. And that's what I find. I always just say, like, it's always going to be okay. Like, right. I'm not going to be on the street. Like, it's always going to be okay. And
absolutely,
God forbid anything bad happened or whatever. I have so many friends that would always help me out and stuff. You know what I mean? You're always up. Yes. It's like, I know, but people don't think like that though. And they get in these mindsets and they get into these holes then. It's unfortunate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I really felt bad and I still do, and I always like her, like Kyle and stuff on Beverly Hills. She's just a solid for me. I know she annoys a lot of people, but I always like her. I always did. I just still like think like her in the house, and she has that breakdown. I just feel like she just misses like the relationship with him so much. I really do. And she
Yeah,
just
well,
loves
I
him
mean,
so
I
much.
can totally relate
Yeah.
because last week, was it last week? I went back to Florida where Matt and I moved from.
Mm,
I went to Winter Park and I sat in front of our house that we owned in Winter Park and cried. And every time I go back to that house, I cry
yeah.
because you associate so many wonderful memories in those places.
Yeah.
And so here she is going into this house, and this woman that has bought it is, causing havoc in her friend group right now. And she's watching her old house. She tore up her black and white
Tiles.
tiled floor.
They
Oh,
were beautiful.
they're
That
so gorgeous.
entryway was beautiful.
It's insane. So I think she's going through what she's going through with Mauricio. It's got to be tough to walk into that house where you were so much in love and had so much happiness and it
Yeah.
not be yours anymore. Right. And that
Yeah.
translates to
Yeah.
a lot of things going on with her. That made me feel so bad for her.
It really did. And like people are like, she needs to get over it. Like, they need to file for divorce. It's like, no, it's like, it's, I feel like it's definitely a money thing. There's so much like involved and loose ends, and there's no prenup, obviously, because, they never thought this was going to happen, or he was going to open the agency and be a part of that.
Right.
And,
Exactly.
and it's probably just like in a nice place. I mean, when they come to that point, they'll do it, and I feel like it'll be amicable. I don't think they're going to rip each other apart, like in it. Like
It doesn't seem
I
that way.
think I feel like he's a good guy deep down, and I feel like he would make sure she is completely looked after, 100%.
Right. Did
Um,
you see him on Potomac?
no, was
Okay,
he
so
on
he
Potomac?
made an appearance on Potomac. They were on a trip in Aspen and he showed up,
Yes,
and Stacey Rush and
I've
Ashley,
never seen photographs on social about that. Yeah,
and they were like, "Oh, hi." They were flustered. And I'm sorry, but if that was my husband and another housewife cast was like flirting with my current husband, like we were
yeah,
still legally married, I would feel so weirded out by that.
yeah, yeah. It would be just like back off. You know what I mean? Yeah, I
But
mean,
I get it. I mean, they were,
yeah.
probably just having a good time.
Um, then we kind of get into then we kind of have the news drops about Rachel Zoe then filing divorce from Roger, and here's where I kind of had a problem with, and I was thinking about this too, because she kind of implied on in the interview or the sit down, the confessional, that like, no, she's like, we don't have a prenup, we didn't think this was going to happen, we're together 25, 30 years, whatever it was, and she kind of said like, I don't feel that I need to pay for him, or I need to, however
I
she
heard
said it,
that.
right?
Yeah, I heard
Did you?
that.
I
Uh-huh.
thought, I was like, wait a minute. He was literally by your side when you started that whole Rachel Zoe empire. He was the business side of it. He was kind of the social part of it. Because remember, Amy Phillips was on the show on the original Rachel Zoe project. Remember doing
Yeah.
impersonations of Rachel for social media when YouTube was kicking off and all that stuff. It was trying, and but like Roger was a big part of that. Yes, she's the brains behind it and the fashion and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But you can have the talent, you can have the ideas, but if you don't have a business person behind it or anything like that, like it's going to fall apart.
Totally.
It's totally
Well,
going to
he
fall
was
apart.
very loyal. He was
Yeah.
her spouse. But I do see a little bit how she feels like, well, if he's making a ton of money and I'm making a ton of money, maybe we just take care of ourselves.
But what's he make? What does he do now? Do you know what he does?
Doesn't he still work for her company?
Is he kind of like a CFO or CMO or something like that? Or
Maybe. I
Okay,
could be
okay.
completely wrong, but I think he still works for her company, but I don't
But
know.
then I think it's just kind of like, I just think like that company is just a 50-50 split. And then they just
Yeah,
take royalties from it as it comes in. And that's, it should just be very clean.
I
Because they
agree.
obviously were together when it started.
Yeah.
It was. So, I mean,
Yep.
yeah. I just thought it was her. Maybe she misspoke, I feel like, because, yeah, that if she
Well, and
thinks
was
she can
she
just take the company and then leave him.
surprised? Was she surprised that the page 6 stuff came out? Because if she filed, then of course it would come out, right? Did she file or did he file?
It's not, no, she filed. She was kind of like, I'm done. It was like, she was like, he's never going to change. I want the old Roger back. That's never happening. And she said it was kind of like a multitude of things over like weeks, months, hours. And
Right.
she had that kind of
But
line on
that's what I
there.
didn't understand is her and her team were like, oh my gosh, it's another day. It must be a slow
I know.
media day. And I was like, but you had to have known it was going to come out. You're Rachel
Of course she
Zoe,
knew. Of course she knew. It's just
right?
like, oh my God, like I just can't believe it. It's like I died. Like, it's like, girl, you knew. It's like maybe it's the slow news day. Who knows? Roger.
I
Like
know.
it's
But I
yeah.
mean, yeah, I think that comes with the territory, right?
Yeah, it does. It just reminds me of her. I still love her at the fucking show, though. Thank God she's on there.
Yes.
She just is so entertaining. Like, she could have another Rachel Zoe Project show, and I would watch it like day and night, or just a reality show about her. Like, she's just entertaining and cool and fun, and you know what I mean. I'm
I
so
love
glad
her.
she is on the show. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
brilliant.
love her.
Um, so then we kind of sit down for the dinner, and then she talks about being accosted at a dinner. She's like, "Do you want to talk on their own, Amanda and Dorit?" And Dorit's like, "No, I talked to you here." She's like, "Well, I don't want to be accosted." And it's like, and then she's going to the
You weren't
dictionary to find
accosted.
out. And it's like you weren't accosted.
You
It's
weren't
just
accosted. It's Housewives.
yeah,
If you're going to like your neighborhood bar and grill and your
yeah,
neighbor starts coming up to you, you're like, okay, maybe that could possibly be accosted. You're on Housewives.
yeah,
Every all cast dinner, somebody is going to be the target. So, like,
yeah.
I'm not
It is.
sure. And
Yeah,
what Kyle said, like, you have to develop thicker skin if you're going to be a part of this group. I think that's tough to
yeah.
do, but I think she's right.
I just honestly, I just think she was a bad cast, Amanda, and I don't understand how. I feel like with these housewives now, they need to all just like sit down and have like kind of like focus groups. Like I think they need to go and sit down and meet all these women before they
Hmm.
get on the show or something. Because I feel like they would solidify it better, and they would be like there would be no kind of like fuck. Well, we thought she'd be great, or like I think like Amanda's just a big miss. Like I think it's a really like it's just no. It's like none of them want to really be around her.
Well,
I
I think
think I
that
don't know.
casting, cult, selling courses, manifestation. They
The
probably thought it
drama
was
there,
really
yeah.
cool and sparkly, and she'd be a
She
great cast
owns
member.
she owns Kyle's old house. There's a connection
Right.
there and stuff. I get it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's true.
Right. But
Um,
I don't know.
yeah. All right. It was a fantastic episode last night of Traitors. I got what I
Oh
wanted.
my God.
I was so happy watching. I didn't expect what happened last night. I didn't expect Lisa Rinna to go home. I was watching it in bed last night. I was screaming. The neighbors next door were telling me to shut the fuck up. I no, literally, like I had the window open. And door. I was like, I couldn't believe it. I'm almost on the edge of my seat watching this show. I love it so much.
Can
What
I tell
did you
you a
think of the
story?
episode? What did you think so far?
Okay. Well, I didn't get into it until recently when you told me how good it was. Right.
Oh yeah,
But last October 2024,
yeah,
Matt and I were on our anniversary trip in Napa.
yeah,
And we were staying at this gorgeous hotel. I can't remember the name now, unfortunately. But across the street was this bar. And Napa at night is pretty quiet.
yeah. It
Everything
is. It
closes
is.
really early. And so there's this bar like going off. It was packed and there was live music. So Matt and I were like, oh, cool. Like, let's just go there after dinner. We just walk across the street. We walked in, everybody was seated listening, and it was Alan Cummings. And he
Oh
was
yeah,
performing. He was having this
yeah.
big performance. And we were like, oh, yeah, fun. We met this group of guys from NorCal and we had so much fun. Come to find out that that was a ticketed event and they were really expensive tickets. And Matt and I just like crashed his party. We just
Oh
literally walked
wow,
in like we owned the
yeah,
place and didn't pay. But I got to speak to him for a brief second and say hello. But
yeah.
his performance was incredible. So then
He's so
watching him on
entertaining.
Traitors, I was like, oh my gosh, But
Yeah,
it was last night was fascinating. That guy Rob thinks like 5 steps ahead. Some things I was like, wait, you didn't have to do that. But he's amazing.
he's amazing, and people are hating him now. And I'm like, I don't. I think he's incredible. He got Rinna out of there. I like because
Mhm.
the thing about it is, if you think that you're a traitor and you're all going to team up, the three of you are going to team up all the way through, that is just not going to happen. And I think Rob did the right thing because end of the day, here's what I think. I don't think Lisa Rinna was a good trader. Everybody's like, she's the best trader. She's so good. She's so perfect for it. Yes, ideally she is kind of good for it, but she played the game shitty. She sat
Yeah.
back. She didn't really do anything. She like simmered through. That's why I kind of feel like with the brooch thing, like like I feel like the producers did that on purpose to kind of, because everybody knew, because it's fashion and stuff, and Lisa would obviously probably be the one to wear it and pull it off. But like that was pretty much the only thing she did in the whole season. I think I can't remember anything else where she really kind of
she
added
spoke
value
at times when she shouldn't have. I remember there's one scene in the kitchen in episode like 5 or 6, and she kept like defending that, oh, this person and this person. And I was like, just be quiet. Look at Kristen Kish. Look at Steven. They're quiet and people trust them because they don't go overboard talking.
Rob did it so beautifully though. He's like, hey, I just want to like say this, like, we just got to stay here and stuff like that. But like, do you remember when Lisa said, and he said her name, or like got them to think about her kind of without even like saying it in a way. You know what I mean?
And I think people underestimate him. The overalls and the weird shirt last night, and he seems like a small town Southern guy. I think people are underestimating him.
He gives faithful vibes completely all the time. Super trustworthy, Southern. He's from Alabama. He chases fucking snakes. Like, but I will say though, fuck Alan Cumming, because he told us that this episode was going to be this incredible episode. It was like they're going to let loose at the banquet. It's like it's a screaming fest and stuff. There was none of that.
There's none of that.
A lot of people online now, but tell me what you think about this. A lot of people online too are saying that when Yam Yam Tam Tam got Yam Yam Tam Tam, when Yam Yam got voted out, or he didn't get voted out, like he touched the amulet or whatever from Lisa.
Right.
And he had said to the person next door to him, like, Lisa kissed me and stuff like that. Like, I wonder, like, and then like that was his kind of like, oh my God, it's Lisa. I think it's Lisa and stuff like that. But he didn't really kind of speak up because, it was never definite. And then he got fired or he got killed. And he was getting up and he was being shifted out. It was kind of like, so like they came and just took him, right? And he was like, it's Lisa, whatever. But a lot of people are saying that he shouldn't have been allowed to say that. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like,
of course
he literally said it at the table. Of course he was allowed to say it. He's like, that's his last kind of like, I think it's Lisa. I think you don't have to believe him.
Well, and did you notice editing before that? Okay, this is the power of editing. Before all of that happened, when they sat down at the table, he said to Lisa, Yam Yam said to Lisa, it's like you have stars in your eyes. He like complimented her about looking beautiful, being present. Then it cuts to him being carried out like he's a criminal.
Yeah.
And him yelling. I had so much anxiety watching that part.
Yeah.
When he was like, she kissed me.
Because I was actually so excited though as well, because I really thought they beat it by the two girls that drank the who drank it? Natalie drank it, and then
Natalie
the other person, and who else was it?
I forget her name.
Was it Kristen?
They were crazy though. They were insane. Natalie was insane about that.
Oh, but here's the thing, because they put it in her head that it could be her. Like, I can't believe they thought that she was a traitor because of the way she reacted. Like, I thought it gave full on, like, I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home. I'm faithful. You know what I mean? Like,
well, of course, but like everyone convinces everyone else that someone's a something.
Like a traitor's not going to kill a traitor, like at the fucking table.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, so it's, it's a really far fetched, like, oh, it's a double dupe or whatever it is,
Right.
It was good. I thought that Lisa was going to drop it on the ground and for someone to pick it up, and that's how they would do it. Or, it was good that she was like, ow, ow, ow. It's like poking me. And then it's like, oh, can you give me a hand? It was kind of genius the way she did it.
Yes.
And actually very obvious as well. It wasn't the kiss thing, because everybody was kind of, but they did go back though. She did kiss him.
She did.
She did.
Can I tell you something that maybe I'm reaching, okay? But I want to hear your thoughts. Have you noticed that Lisa refers to herself in third person a lot?
Yeah.
Okay. She's
fucking
like,
really obnoxious.
I'm Lisa fucking Rinna. And Lisa Rinna doesn't do that. Or what'd she say? I was trying to write down all the times she referred to herself in third person. And I was like, that's weird. Like, who refers to themselves in third person so much, right? So I looked it up. I was like, I got to know what this means from somebody.
I know what you're going to say. I feel like I know what you're going to say. Go on, continue.
So it's about asserting dominance, It's
Yeah.
about protecting yourself, improving your own self-esteem, but it's also dissociative identity disorder and true narcissism, referring
Yeah.
to yourself in third
Of
person all the
course it
time.
is. Yeah.
And when she left, she was like the most iconic, the most fabulous. And I was like,
Oh, the
oh
narcissism of it
man.
all. It's like, and she probably has a small little ego like they all do. But it's, I mean, that's the thing. It's like iconic. And I was like, guys, stop fucking telling her she's iconic. She's not. She was a fucking housewife. You know, she was, and like, what thing about it is, it's, she gets mad about it being kind of known as a housewife. And it's almost like the housewife era of her career has kind of foreshadowed like the acting.
Right. But she
Because
did it
she
eight
was kind of
years.
she was iconic on Melrose Place. So Melrose Place, she was on her, yeah, Melrose Place, right? I
I thought
believe
it
it was
was
Melrose Place. She was on Melrose Place. I'm like almost like 1,000%
I don't
certain.
know. I
Okay.
don't know.
I remember watching it in
I'm
Ireland back
sorry,
in the
my
day.
dogs are barking. If you can
No,
hear
you're
them.
fine. I can't hear him. And so like she did like she was she's in Days of Our Lives and all those kind of like things, but she was kind of an
Yes, yes,
icon
yes,
for all
yes.
those kind of like shows back in the
Yeah, she's
90s and stuff
amazing.
like that. But she was a good housewife. People did enjoy her and stuff. But here's the thing that drives me fucking crazy about these people on reality shows. And someone else told me this before, somebody that was on a reality show that I know, that I used to know really well. He was like,
I wonder who that could be.
I wonder who that is. And so I remember being like, oh yeah, they it was just, I was on the show and it just, they kind of just made me out to be the villain. So I just kind of just played along with being the villain. I'm like, no, like that's who you really
Mm-hmm.
are. Like you can blame, like, no, 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 no. That's who you really are. When people say that, and she said that last night
She did.
as well. And I was just like, that's who you are. You are kind of a bitch. Like you are. And you're all about
Well,
yourself.
you know, I liked her on Housewives. I didn't realize until last night that she had done it 8 seasons. That's crazy.
It's
8 seasons.
crazy.
I had
Yeah.
no idea. I did like her on Housewives. I think she's a fascinating person. But as far as Traitors goes, I don't think she played a good traitor.
No, she's a terrible liar. And she was a terrible liar on Beverly Hills Housewives too, with the Yolanda thing and stuff like that. I saw an IG comment. It was really funny. Go Rob. That was for Kim, Yolanda, Lisa, Brandy, and Denise.
And Kathy. And Kathy.
And Kathy. Yeah,
And
exactly.
Kathy
Like a
Hilton.
real sister. But
I
yeah,
can't wait to have one of those moments where
yeah.
somebody's like, and that was for Katie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they will. You know they're going to be talking about you at the beginning of the season because they're going to have nothing else to fucking talk about. I can tell you that. But seriously, they're not so funny.
Also, wait, what did Lisa's outfit remind you of at the dinner, at the ball, or the gala, or whatever they're at, whatever they called it?
Kind of sailory, like a sailor outfit, kind of like a high couture sailor outfit. I don't know.
It was like a cross for me,
Yeah.
personally. It was like a cross between like Sailor Moon and the Michelin Tire Man.
Yes. Oh my God.
You
Yes, the
know,
hat was kind of very Michelin, wasn't
yes,
it?
yes. I was like, what? But I will appreciate how she always is 100% in with her fashion and she takes risks. And I really like that.
She does. And you know
I love
what?
that.
Sometimes she looks incredible when she does it. But I mean, it is funny though that they all say like they do their own hair and makeup and stuff like that. And she was like, that's what my hair's all a kazoo or whatever it is, She has funny moments. But I think what has gone old for people is that they can see through the fakeness. And she does this, like all this kind of stuff,
Yeah.
And it's like, I think if you do less, like
Less is more.
less is more. And then it was one thing as well, Dorinda said as well, like, and I think Colton said it as well, was like, like, isn't like Lisa meant to be like louder? Isn't she like all over the place and stuff? And she's been very
Yes.
quiet. And Dorinda was like, yeah, she is being very quiet. And I love that Dorinda like cannot get any of them right. But like, it gives me life that Dorinda is having the best time of her life.
I
And
love Dorinda. I
yeah, I love
love
Dorinda on this,
Candace.
Um, Candace, I don't think Candace is going to take down Rob. That's just not going to
I don't
happen
think
because
so either,
she's not
but I
powerful
love
enough.
her.
And
I
she's
know.
like, and like, I don't know, do people like her? I don't think she has this like really likability factor. If people really like you, they're not going to vote for you. Like game or no game. Like if you really like someone, and like Rob now has them all in the palm of his hand, and he's like, guys, look, I got the dagger. I'm just going to let you know right now, but you cannot tell anybody. Keep it between us. And it's like, I'm a faithful that you're like, if you were there with Rob, you'd be like, oh my God, like I believe you totally. Like I'm fucking going with you the whole way to the end. You know,
I know.
I absolutely would. There's no reason for me to think he's a traitor.
I wish Steven would talk more.
Yeah, but here's the thing. This is where it happens now. This is where they all come out and they all have to start talking now and they put their fucking foot in it.
Oh, really?
This is where it happens. Yes, because you have a lot of them that simmer by. There's always a few in every season that simmer by. Like sometimes you're even like, I didn't even know they were in the game. Like, you know, there's some of them are just like there. You're like, wait, like you're still in it? Where were you? Under the stairs? Like, but it's, yeah.
And I miss Monet Exchange. I love Monet Exchange. I've been a fan of Monet for a very long time. So I'm so bummed that she was just offed.
Yeah.
In the middle.
And I really liked, was it not Portia? Is it Portia? Yeah, Portia was at the beginning, right?
Love Portia.
I loved Portia. Oh, and I liked the way that at the round table as well, like two things, like, you know, they were trying to accuse Natalie of like, well, I understand when they say we killed Jojo, we killed Tam Tam or whatever, you know, like because collectively you are a group and we are killing them every night. We just don't know who's killing them, but we are.
Exactly.
So I understand that. So if someone said that, I wouldn't take it so literal.
Agreed.
You
By
know
the
what
way,
I mean?
last night I said to Matt and I were watching it. I said, God, I want to do this show so bad. I want to do Traitors. Yeah. And Matt goes, do you think you'd be good at this game? Because you're very trusting and very gullible. And I was like, shit, you're right.
No, but they would put you as... They'd put you as a traitor. You'd have to be a traitor, I think. Would you? But I don't know. I just feel like I would love to do it. I might apply for the other one that's kind of they're casting for right now, or they're going casting.
Do it.
I might just do it just to throw myself in the hat. We'll see what happens, you know. Because Maura is like she's like, you're a traitor. It's like, what do you do? Like she's really funny. The tease, like I think that.
Yeah, I think.
And it's just like. She's brilliant on it, but I don't know where that accent is from. Like that is a really strong. I think it's Southern.
Yeah.
I think it could be like the West Coast. Even it's not County Cork.
No, I don't think it's...
Are you? I mean, you're a traitor. Like I'm trying to think. Like maybe it's like
Northern Ireland.
Dublin. It's it could be Cavan or something like that. I don't know. I have to look. It's very interesting.
Northern Ireland, they kind of. Well, I don't know. I have to ask Matt.
It's more kind of like a British kind of twang in it, like in Northern Ireland. Yeah. Or more. There's even like a Scottishness to the Irish accent in Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
But yeah, more I think will go far too. Because a lot of them, as you said, like, you know, a lot of them don't talk. A lot of them are kind of staying on the outside. But now they're all going to have to be forced in. And this is where it starts getting good. I'm kind of worried, though, that they would bring Rinna back for something.
They might.
I don't know. They might.
You know, all I think the whole time is, man, how do you pack for this long? That's literally what I'm thinking the whole time. Isn't that ridiculous?
No, it's like,
I'm like, how do you?
I think it's like
for
it's like 2 weeks. I mean, I remember Dolores did it. Like I remember I cooked a dinner party at Dolores' house with Paulie and stuff, and she'd just gotten back from Traitors. She was only gone for I think like 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks or something like that. It's not that long.
My stylist styled her for that.
Oh, really?
And they styled Dorinda for Dorinda's first time doing it because Dorinda's done it twice, right?
Yeah.
They styled Dorinda for the first time. Yeah.
So you probably, they'll tell you like, okay, you need 13 outfits, you need 12 outfits or whatever it is per day or per round table or whatever it is that they say.
Gives me anxiety thinking about it.
They shoot that round table for 3 hours. Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Yeah. I think they want them to go insane. That's why. And that's why you get good round table stuff.
Well, that's why Housewives, they drive you ragged. They have you traveling and shooting and, little food.
You got 45 minutes to get ready for dinner.
Yes. On no food and just alcohol and water and go. Like
beignets in New Orleans.
I know.
Yeah, right. I did find before we wrap it up, but the last thing, at the round table, I did find it quite funny that when Rob was kind of talking, about Lisa. And, it's really funny, every time you're accused of something, it's I didn't do it or I don't know. And then we talk about Yam Yam saying your name and stuff like that. And she's like, I don't know. And he's like, there you go. You just fucking did it again. You know what I mean? Everybody's I think the lesson learned from this episode of Traitors is if someone says, well, why did you do that? Or why do you think they did that? Have a fucking reason. Because I think if you have a reason, people leave you alone.
God, why couldn't you have told me that this time last year before I started filming season 19?
Because if you give people a reason, they have to accept the reason and move on. But if you say you don't know, then the people will think that you're hiding something. But now sometimes you don't know, or else you need a bit of time to say hey, this is the reason why I think that happened.
Or if you're guilty of something, like we saw on the reunion for me, if you're guilty of something, say, you know what? That's what I thought then. I might not think that now, or that's what I did then. I wish I could have done it differently. Owning it always works. Always.
Yeah, it does. And the thing about it is, Lisa Rinna is all about owning it, and she didn't fucking own it this time. So she didn't. Katie, thank you so much for coming on. This was so fun.
Thanks for having me.
Tell everybody where to follow you. I mean, everybody probably follows you anyway, but just where they can follow you on Instagram and TikTok and all that good stuff.
Instagram and TikTok are the same. It's at Katie.Ginella.
All right. That's it. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm sure when definitely have Katie on again, but I'm sure when OC starts popping off, we'll have you back on as well for one or two of those. It'll be so good. It'll be so good. No, I'm so glad that you're not bitter about it. You're living life. You're happy. I think. Look, I always say this, and I said this to you, when I was watching episodes with you, and the way the cut was made, or the way we saw the cut on camera and stuff. And I always said to you, I said, listen, I'm telling you this may look bad right now, but this is all going to fucking work out, and this is going to and it did. It all backfired on them. It did.
Well,
and then you became the MVP.
I know. I was sad the first few days, and then I had a change in mindset.
Yeah.
I'm winning. I have an amazing husband, incredible kids. I'm happy. I love life. I'm healthy. So not being on Housewives is not the end of the world.
No, it's not. It's not. And it's just look, it might sting for a day or two, but it's just honestly, there's so much better things. There really is.
Agree.
It's just, it's a thing. And I always say this, you just fucking never know what's around the corner. You just don't know. So that's it.
Like a Traitors recap with Stu.
Yeah. Take it from me that got queer eye for the straight guy and got pulled out 2 weeks later after I got picked. Better things do happen. Yeah. That's another story. I'll tell you about it later. Thanks for listening, everybody. And have a great day. Bye.
Bye.